What's going on, everyone? Sponsor Lamini here, founder and chief analyst of Interpret Asset Management. Today, the 17th of February 2021. So, today I just want to talk about a different kind of sector here, the beer and alcohol and spirits sector per se. So I selected a few companies here on this sector. Some are really well-known brands out there, and some are like huge players on the beer industry and alcohol industry internationally. So the companies here that we are going to look at here today, it's going to be ABinBev, Heineken, Constellation Brands, and Distell. So let's just jump on it here. So ABinBev, it bought SAB Miller and somewhere around 2015 2016, if I'm not mistaken. And then when they bought SAB Miller, they suddenly become the biggest beer brewery in the world. So they do have a global footprint, and they are based in Belgium. The main company is based in Belgium, but it has offices in New York City, and also it has like offices somewhere in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, London, Mexico City, Bremen, and also here in Johannesburg in South Africa. And it has a market cap of 1.89 trillion South African rands. So the market cap here that we are talking about here is the listing that is here in Johannesburg in South Africa, not the listing that is in Belgium, but the listing that is here in Johannesburg. So as you can see, that ABinBev has like a global footprint. It has like it has many brands that it has in North America and South America and all across Asia and Europe, and even somewhere in Australia and New Zealand. And it has like it is a major player here in Africa as well, and pretty much dominant here in South Africa with brands like Castle Lights, and Black Label. So moving on to the next company, that's where I want us to look at. This one is Heineken. So we pretty much know what Heineken is. Heineken, if you are a soccer person, you know Heineken by sponsoring the UEFA Champions League in Europe. So it is a well-known brand in Europe, and it's even somewhere in movies, like we even see this brand there. So Heineken, the Heineken company itself, it's a brewing company that was founded in 1864 by Gerard Adrian Heineken in Amsterdam. So Amsterdam is in the Netherlands. So the Heineken name actually comes from its founder, Gerard Adrian Heineken. So the company grew from then in 1964. So Heineken itself has 165 breweries around the world in more than 70 countries, and has a market value or a market cap of 49 billion euros. So it's pretty much big for a beer company. So the next company that we are going to take a look at is Constellation Brands. So Constellation Brands is an American producer and marketer of beer, wine, spirits, markets wine, beer, and spirits. It is the largest importer in the United States, and then it is the third largest. It has the third largest market share of all beer suppliers when it comes to sales. So when it is measured by sales, it is the third largest it has the third largest share when it comes to sales. So number one, it comes from ABinBev, and then followed by Heineken, and then it is going to be the Constellation Brands as well. So it is part of the S&P 500, and then it has a market value of 44.82 billion US dollars. So the last one that we are going to take a look at, or per se, Distell. But before we move on to Distell, there's something that I needed to explain here even more further about Constellation Brands. Constellation Brands recently took Constellation Brands, and they recently had like a quarrel with Anheuser-Busch InBev. Apparently what happened is that Anheuser-Busch InBev is taking Constellation Brands to court in a lawsuit that was filed on Monday. So Monday was the 15th of February 2020, in abuse of the Corona brand name. So unfortunately, what's really actually happened here is that in the United States, Constellation Brands is the one which is distributing and importing the Corona beer in the United States. So what they actually did is that they took the Corona brand name and applied to a product that is not a beer product. So that's why Anheuser-Busch InBev is taking this company to court. So a beer company is taking another beer company to court over a brand name. So this is actually quite a big story, because we don't know the developments of it, or of what's going to happen to the outcome of it. So the last one that we're going to talk about is Distell. Distell is a South African company. Is a South African company that has a global footprint as well. Its main roots are here in South Africa, and it has a diversified portfolio and award-winning alcoholic brands, which some of these brands include Amarula, Savannah, Hunter's Dry, Durban Hills Wine, and Netherbeck. So it's quite an interesting company as well, Distell. So moving on to the charts, and we are just going to take a look at the charts of what these companies are doing in terms of like investment value by technical analysis, because I am pretty much a technical person. So by looking at Anheuser-Busch InBev here, SAP, this is the listing that is here in South Africa, not the one in Belgium. So this is SAP, Anheuser-Busch InBev. Previously it was SAP. So it's currently trending in this like upwards channel. Right now we see that it's bouncing on the lower band of this channel, on the lower trend line of this upwards channel. So we are seeing that the bounce may move to take us higher to 1024 and 25, sorry, and then the move higher will take us high to 1092, even as high as 1166, the height of the upper channel of this channel that is trending high. So it's quite moving in an upward direction. Hopefully we're going to see that this move is going to happen perhaps in the next few weeks, and then even it can take months for this move to actually happen. So moving on, let's take a look at Heineken. Okay, so Heineken as well, as you can see that it fell during the Corona crisis, and then it went into a consolidation, and then it made a move higher somewhere around November last year in 2020, and then it's doing this like flag formation. So I'm thinking that some buying opportunities are here on this base, on this zone here, and then perhaps even the break of this height of this bull flag here, we can actually have some more buying opportunities. First targeting 93 euros up until 98 euros, and the final target can go as high as 105 euros. The previous high that it actually went before it started to actually fall. So, and again as well, it's looking really attractive for a buy when it actually bounces off this zone, or the confirmation of the buy is the actually breakouts of the upper band of this rising bull flag. So the next company we are going to look at is Constellation Brands. Constellation. Okay, Constellation Brands. Okay, Constellation Brands as well. We know they fell during the corona crisis, and then they started to pick up, and then now, in recent history, it has made a move higher, and then I'm seeing that the possibility that it has to pull back to this zone right here. If it has to pull back to this zone right here, and then perhaps we can see it when it pulls back to this zone, it can give us some more buying opportunities, and then the market is going to move to 249 or 250 US dollars, and then 260 will be the next target up until we reach 280 US dollars. So it is still in a strong bull trend. If you can see it in this perspective, as you can see that this trend is moving higher. It has this it's making a higher high, a higher low, then a higher low. As you can see that it's going to make another high low. Then when it bounces on this level here, then we see that it's going to move higher to almost 280 US dollars. So the last company that we are going to talk about is Distell. Distell. Aibo. Distell. So taking a look at Distell here, this one we pretty much did an analysis like some time ago. When we did an analysis some time ago, it was actually bouncing off this level here. We actually bought it somewhere in the break of when it started to take off from this level, and then it made a move higher significantly and move to this first take profit of $109, sorry, and then now we are seeing that it's coming to bounce back to this level and also forming a bull flag as well, which might push this stop up to 120, even as high as 133, of which it was the previous high that it made before the corona crisis. It was February 3, if I'm not mistaken, February 3, 2020. Then it started to fall. Now it's doing a recovery till it reaches this high of 133. So the important point here to make here on this analysis per se, in conclusion, all these companies are in recovery, are recovering after strict lockdown regulations, because as you can see that everything was shut down, especially the alcohol industry. Everywhere around the world, these companies were really suffering. So even some of them, they even missed their sales and earnings expectations over the period of 8 months or to a year over the because of the corona crisis. But they are still good. They are still in good shape for investment on a long run, you see. So on a long run, they are still in good shape for an investment. So if you buy these companies, probably you will make some money out of this. It will be a positive investment, because like once everything starts going to normal, it will take time for things to go back to normal, but as the recovery happens, this company will actually take place as well, and also the recovery with them or on their financial size, and rather with their books, it will be happening as well. So invest and drink responsibly when you are doing these companies. So a risk disclaimer, guys: do not trade money you cannot afford to lose. So trading involves a very high risk. So this is just an educational content, is for educational purposes. You can also catch me or follow me on TradingView at Interprec Asset M, on Facebook Interprec Asset Management, and then on Twitter the business handle is Interprec Asset M, and then my personal handle on Twitter is Bo Dlamini. So thank you guys. I hope you're going to learn and you enjoyed this video. I'll see you pretty much on the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.